in sweatpants at Stella's in the morning. In line for a table, but the locals are swarming. Gotta get my coffee or soon I'll be snoring. Lazy Sundays never get boring, telling Syracuse stories.
I never really was super interested as a kid. It was like, I took a piano lesson once, I hated it, you know. I took like a guitar lesson or two, hated it, hated practicing, hated anything to do with it.
Here I sit on this dying eve, watching the leaves fall down.
My dad really got me into most of the music that I'm into. He was a very classic rock kind of guy. I think what it was originally was I was always very into like technology, and I'm very like addicted, almost addicted to like video game kind of like platforms. And Guitar Hero came out. I thought to myself, at a certain point, the thought just crossed my mind, like, what if I was learning, instead of buttons, what if I was just learning real frets, real thing, real music.
And now look where we are. When it all comes crashing down, you won't hear me make a sound. Disappear or just stay here, I'll still be bleeding out. When it all comes crashing down, you won't hear me make a sound. Disappear or just stay here, I'll still be bleeding out.
So I took an intro course to music theory in my high school. And I had a great teacher. I took a course at Berkeley a year or two later, and that was what I think changed it. That's what I think the turning point was, when I went into this songwriting course and they had brought in, you know, this guy who wrote 7 #1 hits. This guy named Steve Seskin. He wrote 7 #1 country hits, one of which was a Tim McGraw song that went to #1, I think, on at least the country charts. I don't know if it was on Billboard or whatever it was on. It's called Grown Men Don't Cry. And he was telling the whole story about how he wrote the song. Because I thought to myself, well, I know you can write songs, you can put words together and make them sound good, and then it sounds good and then it's a song. And I always thought, this is like, is more to that. So I came in as undeclared I applied to Newhouse, like, you know, early decision or whatever it was, the binding one. And, you know, didn't get into Newhouse, but that's okay. But, and then I was in School of Arts and Sciences for a while, maybe for a semester or two or something, and then I switched to the music school, and because ultimately I was taking classes, and I took a music theory class, and I was trying to figure out what classes I could take that were related to music as a liberal arts student in the liberal arts school.
Yeah. Okay, word.
It was lit day 2 in September. Me and my girl became practice pretenders.
In terms of Syracuse, I just met a lot of people here who have been helping me or encouraging me. Most of the kids in the fraternity have always been backing me. And kids outside the fraternity, because I sang a cappella here. But really, the thing that I really remember the most from college is being in a fraternity, because I just met so many people. So to me, and college is to me very social. So I'm a social guy, so I figured that's something to write about.
Same beat on the same old floor, singing. It all started at 3:04.
Try to capture the vibe of what college is about. So I don't know. I got a lot out of it while I was here, and I'm back here for a reason. So it's just a good place to be. It's a kind of a slice of home. Home is kind of, I guess, many different things. This is one of those places that's kind of like home. My dad always said to me, like when I was really young, don't you want to do something? Everybody leaves this world. Everybody leaves this world, they die or whatever it is. And my dad always said to me, you know, don't you want to do something to make a mark on society? Don't you want to leave a mark on society? Don't you leave something behind? And I don't mean like, you know, like you built a statue, or you built a little house or something that's going to be gone. Something that's going to stay around, like something that's going to make it into the history books, or something that's changed the world, or whatever. It's kind of thinking big, but...
You know, Jeff is very high energy, and I mean, people just gravitate toward, when he's in the room, it's just like attention is just like right over in his direction. Since we're both just getting used to really being comfortable performing on stage, it's only like a very minuscule amount of that's being displayed right now, but I mean, the more he does it, the more that display of his personality is going to come through on the stage, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping to just write more stuff, find more people. I'm living in Nashville now. I moved right after this. You know, right after I graduated here, we went to Europe, and then we went across the United States, and we just brought a little crappy guitar, and we just played it for people. So I thought, oh, this is fun. I got to do this. This has got to be the thing I do. So I moved to Nashville, and music is everywhere. Which, you know, I know they call it. I used to, you know, I heard they called it Music City. I was like, how musical is it really? And I was blown away when I moved there. There's this expression like that I heard when I got there. People were like, "There are no covers in Nashville." You know, that's like one thing. That's one thing they say. Then another thing they say is, "You don't come to Nashville to write. You come to Nashville to rewrite." And it's all these jokes, and you can tell that they're into it. Like they're into it. Take it very seriously, and they get a lot done, and a lot happens because people out there care. Like they care. And that's the kind of community you need. You know, you move somewhere that people care about what it is you do, you feel at home. I'm a kind of family-oriented, very, very family-oriented person. I have a huge extended family, huge, and a very, very tight-knit nuclear family. So I'm big about family, and you know, they are the support system you have, and they also are like the biggest inspiration that I've had, because that's where I get all my stuff from. It's my family, you know, all my ideas, all my values, all my encouragement, everything that I know I'm good at, everything I know I'm not. You know, your mom's not gonna tell you, your mom's not gonna lie to you about something you're not good at. Like my grandmother, for some reason, always had these quotes that like always resonated with me. One of them was like, "Always do what should be the right thing." This is like it was right before she died. She said, "Always do what should be the right thing." My mom kind of parrots that set of values. You know, my parents are not musicians, but they know music. You know, they're like, don't write fake stuff. Don't write stuff you don't want to sing. Don't write stuff that's pretend. Write real stuff and have it be from the heart. And if people like it, they like it. And if they don't, they don't. And I think they're totally right. You know, I think a lot of people appreciate music that's written from an original viewpoint or an authentic standpoint. The hope is to write one whole album that from start to finish has like, who knows, a lot of maybe 10, maybe 12 songs, but a lot of songs that are all good in your own opinion. You know, none that you did that you thought, this is kind of good, but I'm just going to finish it just for the sake of finishing. No mail-ins. I don't want to have a mailed-in song or a song that I didn't think was that great, but I put it on the album anyway because, you know, I want to be able to feel each one when you perform it. You know, when you do it, when you perform it out, when you sing it for people, you got to be into it. And if you're not into it, it shows, and the audience can't get into it if you're into it, because how could they?
Can we get mellow? How does that sound? And when you get tired, outside too. And when you're asleep, I'll be beside you. And when you get old, I'll be in no guide too. And when life is over, I'll die with you. Well, I don't know how to say this, but it ends with you crying. I need to leave here with you. sweatpants at Stella's in the morning. In line for a table, but the locals are swarming. Gotta get my coffee or soon I'll be snoring. Lazy Sundays never get boring, telling Syracuse stories.